right, Nick. Round one, pick number 17. The Los Angeles Chargers are on the clock, and I think we have an excellent triage of picks for them. Who do we have first?
So in the first round, they get the massive defensive lineman, Jordan Davis, out of Georgia. This is the perfect fit for any position versus team need, I think, out of any team in the draft. The Chargers' run defense was ranked 29th in the NFL in 2021. That was probably their biggest weakness. And even the moves they made in this offseason, getting J.C. Jackson, getting Khalil Mack, those are on obviously the pass defensive side. They still need someone in the middle there that can stop the running game. That was a big problem for them defensively. Coach Brandon Staley loves to play two deep safeties. So that means a lot of lighter boxes, which means teams will want to run the ball more. But you get Jordan Davis in there, they will not want to run the ball anymore. This dude is just a massive run stuffer. Here's what I love about Jordan Davis. A lot of traditional big defensive linemen, think like Vince Wilfork or Tony Siragusa, guys like that. They're more just take up space because they're so big. They're not movable. But here's the thing with Davis. He makes the plays too. He takes up the space and can make plays either if it's at the point of attack, if the run's coming at him, or if it's like a wide zone and he has to pursue. I've never seen a guy like this. This guy's a run stuffing machine. The Chargers, if they get Davis, will go from 29 in run defense probably to like 5. What do you think of this pick?
I like him. Just by the way, this picture is not to scale. I could barely fit Jordan Davis on the screen. So that he is a monster. He reminds me of like a younger, more athletic Calais Campbell, like just a huge specimen of a man who can really make plays in the interior offensive line. He's not your typical, from my Baltimore standpoint, like a Haloti Ngata, like Brandon Williams, like your Tony Siragusa, like just space eater, run stuffer. He's that new hybrid, like of athletic big D tackle, like DeForest Buckner is, or guys like that. He's even bigger than DeForest Buckner too, and he's more athletic probably, which is hard to believe. Yeah. So I think it's really crazy if he lasts till 17, and if we can see him go here, I think it's a perfect fit for the Chargers.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to their second pick, which is in the third round, pick number 79. We've got them taking Bryan Robinson, the physical, hard-nosed running back out of Alabama. So Robinson's a great fit for 2 reasons. One is that Robinson is used to sharing time in Alabama, which when he goes to LA, he'll have to do that with Austin Eckler. But the thing is, like that fit with Eckler, they're like kind of yin and yang. Robinson's a hard-nosed, short yardage, goal line running back, more physical, more tough. He's not a great in catching the football out of the backfield, things like that. That's where Eckler shines. So Robinson can come in and kind of split that load with Eckler and be a perfect fit. Eckler doesn't have to worry about short yardage or goal line anymore. He can hand that off to Robinson and focus on the third down game. Robinson doesn't have to worry about that third down game either. It's just kind of a great natural fit for both players and be a big upgrade for a Chargers offense.
Yeah, and I love this because one thing I've been preaching, and I believe you agree as well, the days of record-breaking running back contracts in the NFL are probably going to be behind us sooner rather than later. Running back by committee and just cycling in new young rookie running backs on rookie contracts is going to be the way of the future. You look at great rushing teams. You look at Baltimore, 3 running backs. They had, before all the injuries, they had Gus Edwards, they had J.K. Dobbins, and then they have Justice Hill. But then even after that, they went Devontae Freeman, they went Latavius Murray, they went Le'Veon Bell, a whole trio of running backs in the backfield. You look at the Browns, they have Kareem Hunt, and they had Nick Chubb. You look at the Patriots, they always have tons of different running backs, Sony Michel, they always had like James White, a bunch of other playmakers in the backfield. Now, I like adding another running back because as good as Eckler is, and as dynamic of a workout warrior as he is, this guy is going to add, like you said, the thunder to Eckler's lightning. So I really like this pick here.
Yep. And so moving on to the third pick. Now, normally we stop after round 3, but the Chargers here, we're making an exception. We're going to the 4th round, pick 123, and we have them picking Kevin Austin Jr., wide receiver out in Notre Dame. Kevin Austin Jr. was a guy who rose out of the scouting combine. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, ran a 4.4 40. Looks like a big-time receiver. Averaged 18 yards per catch at Notre Dame. I think Austin Jr. potentially is one of the steals of the draft, and the perfect fit is with the Chargers. He is the ultimate big play receiver. He's not the most polished route runner. He doesn't have the best hands. He's not the quickest guy, but he can make plays downfield, both by separating and going up and high pointing the football. I think that's just a perfect fit for what they want to do with the Chargers offense that still has Mike Williams. They brought him back, still has Keenan Allen to be a big play threat in that offense, which perfectly coincides with what Herbert likes to do. I could see a guy like Austin Jr. coming in and kind of being a big play machine right out of the gate for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Now, I like some Notre Dame receivers. Baltimore got burned drafting one. He had the highest spark score of any receiver ever coming into the draft, but it just did not plan out. But Pittsburgh, with Claypool, another great Notre Dame receiver, it's kind of changed my mind. Maybe they're coming out. So I like taking a flyer here, and like you said, it could be a steal in the draft on a Notre Dame receiver. So I think with a young guy like Herbert, you got Mike Williams, your superstar, and your other number one receiver position. I think that this could be a good move for the Chargers, and like we said, it's going to bolster their already great offense, who now has a great running back. We add another key receiver position here. So I like this pick for the Chargers as well.
Yeah, so just to recap, at number 17, the Chargers get the mammoth defensive tackle out of Georgia, Jordan Davis. The third round, they get Bryan Robinson, running back out of Alabama. And in the fourth round, we have Kevin Austin Jr., wide receiver out of Notre Dame.